All right, welcome back. This is Julian Valderrama. I'm the author of Blueprint for Immortality, the Quantum Code for Life Secrets to Success. We're talking about now the scientific principle number 4, the uncertainty principle and quantum tunneling. If you happen to just stumble upon this one audio, highly suggest you go back to the beginning of this riff series and consider learning from the first one so that you listen to all this training with the proper context. It'll have tremendous benefit for you. So again, this is about the uncertainty principle and quantum tunneling, specifically talking about quantum physical laws of the universe. They're highly relevant to you and how you operate within the space of reality. So consider what you're about to hear. The uncertainty principle, plainly stated, is this. Since particles of energy exist in a paradoxical duality, it is impossible to know exactly where a particle really is in time and space. This describes to us a strange paradox. We simply cannot know anything with absolute certainty. So because of the wave-like qualities of photons or particles of energy, they cannot be specifically located or pinpoint. Scientists can only say where the particle is most likely to be. So scientists are dealing in a paradox of just high and low probabilities of things existing, maybe in space and time. The paradox is that things are visible with our eyes, felt with our touch, and completely defined in time and space. But at a quantum level, things are not really there. Interestingly enough, scientists have experimented with this concept. They have taken particles and boxed them in, but the particles always seem to manage to generate enough energy to escape or break out of the box before its position and speed have been determined. This is mind-blowing. How can that be possible? Quoting a documentary on the uncertainty principle, scientists explain that, quote-unquote, nature will not allow its fundamental elements to be boxed in. And for this reason, this makes quantum tunneling a reality. English physicist Clifford Johnson says, quote, so because in the microscopic world, particles will interact within an entire different set of rules, the uncertainty of the microscopic universe extends far beyond the location of particles. It applies to everything, including a particle's energy. This gives rise to an outstanding phenomenon called quantum tunneling, end quote. An example given in this documentary by Frank Kuttner, it explains, quote, we all know that unless we give enough force to a moving object, let's say a ball hitting a wall, the ball will just bounce back. But if it is an electron against the wall and you do not throw it hard enough to go through the wall, it might go through anyway. We call that quantum tunneling, end quote. And the documentary is called The Universe, Microscopic Universe from the History Channel. According to an explanation, the particle is able to borrow energy from the future to go through the wall. This is because the particle in waveform is not defined in time and space, and therefore it is in both places at the same time. It is behind the wall, but it was also already on the other side of the wall or barrier. It is on both sides of the wall at the same time, just like it was observed that a photon will go through both slits of the wall at the same time. These experiments and concepts may sound bizarre and unbelievable, And that is why it is strongly suggested to the listener right now to observe carefully the many illustrations readily available for a progressive comprehension. It has been known that the mind will gradually grasp concepts as long as the new knowledge is repeated through different time intervals. A question then has risen among many scientists. Since we are made of particles, then can our collective vibration be in two or an infinite number of places at once and go through barriers if we choose to do so? Well, I have certainly heard of a historical teacher walk on water in the middle of a storm. He also dried up a fig tree at his command. He also fed thousands with just a few pieces of fish and bread. What does the biblical record and the one known as Christ have anything to do with the ability of energy particles to behave as previously discussed through the double slit experiment? We will engage this question on another chapter. But let's move on to what your brain can do at a quantum physical level. Alright, this is the end of this riff. And if you desire to hack the law of attraction to make your dreams and desires a reality, I highly encourage you that you continue to listen to the Quantum Code for Life Secrets to Success by pressing that button and subscribe to my channel. Also, go ahead and put a like on the video so you can continue to be notified of all my fresh content. Consider being one of the first to comment by sharing what you like best so that fresh knowledge gets locked into your mind. I thank you for tuning in, and remember that you are an engine geared into the willwork of the universe whose influence extends into infinite distance.